Welcome to the edge of the internet where light dares not reach. The dark web, a place that whispers in binary and bleeds in silence. Where content exists that breaks not only laws, but human comprehension itself. And among its most disturbing legends lies the infamous video titled One Girl, 50 Snakes, a nightmare that surfaced quietly but left a permanent scar in the memory of anyone who encountered it. This story is a disturbing retelling of what was allegedly witnessed that night on a live dark web stream. And it begins not with a warning, but with a trap. It was early October when users on an encrypted invite-only forum received a post titled Live Tonight. One Girl, 50 Snakes, Real Pain, No Cuts, which was assumed by many to be another hoax, another staged fetish stream trying to bait crypto tips. But what followed was no performance, and a horror unfolded like a ritualistic execution hidden under layers of darkness, secrecy, and digital perversion. The stream began at midnight GMT, and for those who paid the $500 fee in Bitcoin, they were greeted with a dimly lit concrete cell and a girl, unconscious, lying at the center of the floor in a white slip dress stained slightly, in red near the shoulder. Cameras were placed at every corner, capturing her from top-down angles, side views, and even one from below a glass floor panel. She looked young, maybe 19 or 20, Eastern European in features, with pale skin, short auburn hair, and bruises that told their own story. A distorted robotic voice announced, Subject, Alina. Session 1, Objective, Observe. She slowly awoke, blinking in confusion, attempting to sit up before realizing her hands were restrained behind her back and her feet were shackled, though loosely, enough to move, but not run. The room was windowless, featureless except for small holes in the floor and strange symbols painted along the concrete walls, ancient-looking runes, or perhaps just aesthetic horror scribbles. No one could be sure, but they gave the environment a cult-like air. Then came the shift. From each of the 12 holes in the ground emerged a snake, slowly slithering outward as a low, droning ambient tone played through the stream, unsettling and cold. The snakes varied in size and species. A black mamba slid across the floor first, followed by a thick green viper, a yellow-banded kite, 2 king cobras, a coral snake, and more, until the total number was undeniably 50, all moving aimlessly at first, some toward the girl, others toward the walls. But as the viewers watched, something sinister began to emerge. She tried to stand, but the slippery movement of the snakes and the restraint on her ankle forced her back down, screaming in raw, human terror. The chat exploded with reactions, some laughing, some typing in languages unknown, others begging for the stream to stop, but no one could look away. One of the snakes wrapped around her ankle, slowly, then released as if teasing, while another brushed against her cheek. Her face was soaked in tears by now, and the camera zoomed in, slightly to capture every flinch, every breath, every twitch of paralyzed dread. Then the screen flickered, and text appeared, sedative administered. Paralysis active. Consciousness, 100%. And suddenly it became clear. Alina had been drugged with something that left her fully aware, but unable to move her limbs properly. A prisoner in her own mind as venomous snakes began exploring her body freely. Her mouth opened as if to scream, but no sound came out. Her muscles twitched, but she couldn't pull away, couldn't swat, couldn't fight. And then came the first bite. A small green pit viper sank its fangs into the back of her calf and retreated as her eyes widened in shock and pain, and her body began to convulse subtly. The chat filled with cryptocurrency donations, some cheering, others pleading for mercy, while a few coldly analyzed the venom's effects in real time. 10 minutes to paralysis. She'll code before they reach her face. This is better than red rooms. And then the 2 king cobras rose simultaneously, one hissing directly in front of her frozen face, the other coiling at her midsection before striking beneath her ribcage. Her body jerked slightly, her pupils dilated, and what remained of her consciousness began to flicker, but not fade. A countdown timer now appeared on screen. Elapsed time, 24 minutes and 18 seconds. Viewer milestone. Unlocked. and the feed switched to a split screen showing a thermal overlay of her body and a biometric readout showing her heart rate, blood pressure, and brain activity. She was dying, slowly, horrifically, but still alive, and someone wanted to track every second of it. In the background, the droning music shifted into a deep, choral hum, almost like monks chanting at a funeral, while the snakes continued to crawl, some resting atop her, others striking randomly at her arms, legs, even her neck. Blood pooled beneath her now, mixing with the strange red pigment on the floor, and many began to wonder, was this a ritual? Was Alina chosen for something symbolic, or was she just another girl abducted for pleasure and pain, discarded like digital garbage when her agony was no longer profitable? Theories flooded the forums days later, some saying this was the work of a Russian deep cult that fuses technology with ancient punishment rituals, others claiming it was a revenge snuff ordered by a trafficker whose operation she tried to expose. And then there were those who believed it was a completely AI-generated video, a synthetic death created for shock value. But those who had watched it live knew better, because they saw the life leaving her eyes, and AI can fake many things, but not the way someone's soul slips away slowly under the weight of venom, fear, and helplessness. At 37 minutes and 3 seconds, her vitals flatlined, and the screen cut to black with a message. Session complete. Subject deceased. Stream terminated. Replay not available. And the chat was instantly wiped. Those who tried to screen record found their files corrupted or auto-deleted. Some received emails days later saying, "You watched." That makes you complicit. And at least 2 users who publicly spoke about the stream on Reddit vanished within a week. Police reports were inconclusive, stating, "missing persons with no traceable location," and any attempts to investigate the original forum led to dead ends, shut servers, and encrypted mirrors. Alina's name was never confirmed, her identity potentially fabricated or erased. But the stream existed. Too many had seen it to deny it. And among deep dark web circles, it became legend. The Snake Girl, the video that proved how entertainment and evil can merge into a single, vile experience. One not forgotten, one possibly repeated in different ways with different victims on hidden servers none of US can reach, or maybe already have, unknowingly. So if you've read this far, remember, the next invite-only stream might be another game, and the girl you see on screen might not be acting. She might be living her final hour in a room full of watchers doing nothing. Just like you. If this story disturbed you, then remember it, share it, but never search for it, because some videos aren't meant to be found, they're meant to find you. Thank you for surviving this tale. For more stories from the depths of the web, stay subscribed, if you dare.